Sir, we fully support the Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021. You have not seen. You have possibly newcomer. That's the reason you have not heard me earlier. Sir, I also appreciate the amendment for the Article 342A of the Constitution. Sir, the state enjoys the power to take care of the qualitative and quantitative differences between different classes to take ameliorative measures. Sir, our Constitution is an effective tool of social transformation, removal of inequalities, intends to wipe off tears from every eye. The social realities cannot be ignored and overlooked, while the Constitution aims at the comprehensive removal of disparities. The very purpose of providing reservation is to take care of disparities. These are unequals within the list of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and socially and educationally backward classes. The aspiration of equal treatment of the lowest starter, to whom the fruits of reservation have not effectively reached, remains a dream. At the same time, various castes, by and large, remain where they were, and they remain unequals. Are they destined to carry their backwardness till eternity? The state's obligation is to undertake the emancipation of the deprived section of the community and eradicate the inequalities. When the reservation creates an equality within the reserved caste itself, it is required to be taken care of by the state, making subclassification and adopting a distributive justice method so that state largesse does not concentrate in few hands and equal justice to all is provided. It involves redistribution and reallocation of resources and opportunities and equitable access to all public and social goods to fulfill the very purpose of the constitutional mandate of equal justice to all. Providing a percentage of the reservation within the permissible limit is within the powers of the state legislatures. It cannot be deprived of its concomitant power to make reasonable classification within the scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, socially and educational backward classes. Sir, Bhupendra Yadav ji is not here now. I would have been happy had he been here. Sir, I have been given by the time by the Honorable Speaker to speak. Need not be worried. I have been told to speak. Bhupendra Yadav ji has not placed the correct facts before this house. I'm sorry, with great respect to him, I'm just telling. Sir, didn't government of India, headed by the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri V.P. Singh, basing itself on the recommendations of the Mandal Commission, issued an office memorandum on August 13, 1990, purporting to extend reservation for socially and educationally backward classes in its service with effect from August 7, 1990. This said memorandum itself created hue and cry in the entire country. So many things have been happened. That memorandum was challenged in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court initially stayed it. This is a famous case of Indra Sahani. Now, the next government, then the government changes. I would have been happy. Really, Bhupendra Yadav ji was here. Consequent to change in the government of the center following the general elections, in the first half of 1991, a constitutional bench of Supreme Court, that is the Indira Swani's case, sought the clear stand of the new government on the issue. Then the new government, then headed by the Honorable Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, that time came with a government memorandum dated August 13, 1990, and with certain modification which it did by issuing another memorandum on September 13, 1990 by introducing the economic criteria in grant of reservation by giving preference to the poorer sections of the SC/BCS in the 2% quota and reserving another 10% of the vacancies in the civil service for so and so. Now the economic criteria was to be specified separately. Sir, this was adjudicated by the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court only struck down clause 6 of that memorandum, but also laid down the law at paragraph 860 and 861 of that judgment. Bhupendra Yadav ji was telling that creamy layer, this concept has been brought by us, etc. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Bhupendra Yadav ji is very educated man. How he can say? He is a lawyer. Creamy layer concept was first brought by the Honorable Supreme Court in Indira Swani's case. It was not there earlier. Ultimately, time to time, it has been enhanced. That's a different thing. But creamy layer concept, it is not the concept of any government. Sorry.
You're yielding?
No. Kindly read paragraph 860 and 8. No. Creamy, please. First, she speaks about what is called to be creamy layer. Backward means what? That's where the creamy layer concept has come. That's because of the interpretation of Supreme Court. Sir, standing it here, I must say, the Indian democracy has been developed, and today India has become the #1 democratic country because of the two reasons. One of the reasons of the legislative functions, which we do it in the parliament and assemblies, and another important part is, we should not forget, that is the Supreme Court of India.
Judiciary.
And that's it because the final interpreter of the Constitution is the Supreme Court of India. Enhance the law. And that on the basis of the enhancement of the law, democracy of the country has been grown up. We must say that. Sir, now the Supreme Court in Indira Swani's judgment made the position clear at paragraph 860 and 860. Don't look at the watch, I have taken the permission. Don't look at the watch. 860 and 861 of the Constitution. So after long days, so many shoutings have been done. Allow me to speak.
No.
The trinity of the goals of the Constitution. Sir, I am speaking on Constitution.
No, I am not interrupting. Today you are making a structured speech.
Pardon?
Today you are making a structured speech instead of having an extemporary speech. We are all listening you.
I couldn't. No, this day therefore you allow me. The trinity of the goals of the Constitution, that is a socialism, secularism, and democracy, cannot be realized unless all sections of the society participate in the state power equality, irrespective of their caste, community, race, religion, sex, and all discriminations in sharing of the state power made on those grounds should be eliminated by positive measures. Inequality ill favors fraternity, and unity remains a dream without fraternity. The goal enumerated in the preamble of the Constitution of fraternity and assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation must therefore remain unattainable so long as the equality of opportunity is not ensured to all. the social and political justice placed by the preamble of the Constitution to be secured to all citizens will remain a myth unless the first economic justice is guaranteed to all. The liberty of thought and expression also will remain on paper in the face of economic deprivations. If I have not economically, a section is economically sound, how there can be a liberty of thought of that section itself? This is a part of our Constitution. This is a fundamental right of our Constitution. One may agree, one may disagree, but everyone has a right to express his thoughts, and we must enhance them. We must bring them.
Yes.
The concept of equality before the law contemplates minimizing the inequalities in income and eliminating the equality in status. Sir, you will find it. Even chapter 4 of the Constitution, part 3 of the Constitution, there the equality of the economic income has been provided. This is an obligation of all, every state, and the center. This is an obligation, nothing, no grace is being given. I am doing, I am the first man. No, you are discharging your obligation. Security of the weaker section of people, including socially and educationally backward. Equality itself is a positive constitutional right, and it puts state and central government under an obligation to undertake an affirmative action. It's an obligation. You have to do it. Finally, poverty, which is the ultimate result of the inequalities and which is the immediate cause and effect of backwardness, has to be eradicated, not merely by reservation. Now my suggestion to the Honorable Minister is a suggestion. Not only by making a reservation it will do. My suggestion is that give the free medical aid, free elementary education, scholarship for higher education, and other financial support, free housing, self-employment, and settlement of the schemes, effective implementation of land reforms, strict and impartial operation of law enforcing machinery, industrialization, construction of roads, bridges, canals, markets, introduction of transport, free supply of water, electricity, and other ameliorative measures, particularly in the most interior parts of the country populated with class of people, including backward classes of citizens. I would have ended here, sir. I would not have spoken anything, because I have spoken only on the basis of a constitutional scheme which is prevailing. But my earlier friend who was talking from this, sir, why you are afraid to discuss Pegasus issue? Why? Why you are running away? These 20 days, 2 days have gone because of you. Why you are afraid? Why? Come up, come tomorrow. Thereafter, discuss Pegasus issue. Extend for another 15 days. We are ready to discuss any other
Yes,
issue.
Kalyanji.
Tell your Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister, don't run away from the Parliament for discussion in the Pegasus issue.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.